ADNOC Distribution recently opened its first 3 service stations in Dubai. What does this mean for the company? That's what we're discussing on this edition of Inside AB. I'm Bernd Debusmann and I'm here with Shruthi Nair. So, Shruthi, you attended the inaugural event last week. Tell us more about that.
It was a very important event for ADNOC. Again, like you mentioned, the first 3 service stations in Dubai was inaugurated. And the 3 service stations are going to be in Dubai Investment Park, Eselay, and Al Qusais. So these are the 3 places where the service stations are going to be. So as we know, it's the UAE's biggest or largest fuel and convenience retailer. So it was a very important event and it is going to add a lot of value to Dubai.
So what exactly is ADNOC going to bring to Dubai? Tell us about the facilities at the different stations.
The facilities at the service station, it's not just a normal gas station or a fuel station. It is a whole service station. So to begin with, all of their 3 stations are solar powered. So they are giving a lot of importance to environment and ecology. So more choice are going to be given to the customer, especially when it comes to superior fuel. So they have E Plus 91, Special 95 and Super 98 gasoline as well as diesel. And there are also going to be a lot of cafes, a lot of convenience stores, like I mentioned earlier, and also electric vehicle chargers in all of their new gas stations.
That's interesting because recently ADNOC was also named the most valuable brand in the Middle East, as I recall, wasn't it?
That's correct. So it is actually the first regional oil and gas company to be featured in the annual Brand Finance Global 500 report. So it was a big deal for ADNOC and also for the oil and gas companies in the region. So it actually has been a fairly good year for ADNOC as well. So if you see, a lot of milestones were actually achieved just in the last couple of years for ADNOC. To begin with, it consolidated its businesses and unified its brand identity. It launched the first ever IPO of an ADNOC business. It became a publicly listed company, as we know, because of which people's trust and confidence sort of increased for the company over the years.
So you just touched upon it, but in December, Abu Dhabi was listed on the Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange, the bourse in Abu Dhabi. How has that affected the company?
It has affected the company positively so far. So first, like I mentioned earlier, transparency and trust. That was instilled amongst all of its customers, all of its users. It was also listed on the Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange on December 13th, like you mentioned. And the stock opening stood at about 2.9 dirhams compared to the final IPO price of 2.5 dirhams, which is about an increase by 16%. Again, a good sign there. And the company raised about 3.1 billion dirhams after it offered to 10% on the bourse. So it also, the main thing that might just come out of this is it's going to encourage a lot more other companies, especially the energy companies, to go and to be publicly listed and from the region to actually go public to raise capital as low oil prices are, as we know, hurting the revenues right now. So it's going to be a good push, a good encouragement for all of these energy companies.
Okay, well, very interesting. Thank you, Shruthi. Of course, we have a lot of stories about ADNOC almost every day at ArabianBusiness.com, so if you want to learn more, head there. As always, you're watching Inside AB. Make sure to tune in every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Thanks.